Welcome to week two. This is about script writing for radio and TV. Script writing for radio and TV is quite creative. It requires being creative, and it is a specialized form of writing that involves crafting compelling stories. You must learn how to engage dialogue, all right, with your scripts. You must be able to create vivid descriptions for the audiovisual medium, and when we're talking about audiovisual, we're talking about radio and TV. And now we can extend it to online. Maybe you want to do videos online or Facebook, wherever it is, maybe Instagram and all of that. So if it is video, and of course it's going to be viewed by a lot of people, then you have to make your script compelling and create vivid descriptions with your words. So, script writing is an essential aspect of the entertainment industry, and it enables the creation of captivating content for radio broadcast, TV shows, and other related media. Now, let's talk about the process of script writing for radio and TV. It involves several key elements, and one of those elements is concept development. All right, concept development, which has to do with creation of ideas. All right, plot structuring, character creation. That is, if necessary, if you have a number of people that would be using that script. If it's just you, the presenter, it's just about you. Okay, you will be talking about you as just a character. Dialogue writing and formatting. Now, let's talk about concept development. This first step in script writing is to develop a unique and engaging concept for the radio and TV show. This involves brainstorming ideas. What exactly do you want to talk about? You need to identify your audience, then you need to create a compelling premise that sets the stage for the story. You need to create, of course, a statement or sentence that would let us know that, okay, this is what the story is about. Your concept should be captivating and must have the potential to sustain the interest of the people throughout the program. All right. So we're talking about plot structuring. Once the concept is established, the scriptwriter outlines the plot structure, and this is about defining the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story, just like you're saying, introduction, body, and conclusion. All right, as well as many major plot point and twist. So the plot structure helps to maintain coherence and build tension throughout the narrative. Now, this may be strange to you if you're not familiar with cinematography or TV production, but at the end of this lesson, I would have the opportunity to look at a number of scripts, but we're going to be looking at simple scripts you can write for your show. All right, that's the essence of having script writing in this course. So, talking about character creation, script writers develop diverse and well rounded characters to bring the story to life. Each character would have a unique personality and motivations and goals. So, you must, as a scriptwriter, you must understand how the characters interact with one another. So, we are still talking about coherence here and continuity in some cases. Ensure that what this person is saying tallies what the other is saying, and there is a connection, of course, which would make the story continue in an interesting manner. Now, let's talk about dialogue. Dialogue plays a crucial role. We're talking about dialogue writing here. Dialogue plays a crucial role in radio and TV scripts. It conveys the story, develops character, derives the narrative forward. All right, we're talking about natural, engaging dialogue, of course, which uh, should make the character's personality reflective. Okay, so here we're talking about realistic. It is important. We are talking about the fact that it is important to strike a balance between realistic conversation and concise, impactful dialogue that holds the listener's attention. The same thing applies to when you're writing your script for radio or TV. You must, write points that will bring about dialogue that can hold down the attention of your listeners. So, formatting is next. Radio TV script have specific formatting guidelines to ensure clear communication between the writer, director, and production team. Now, let it be known to you that as the presenter, you're not just the only one that would use the script. In some cases, there are scripts that are called shooting script, which involves the cameraman and some other production members, okay, which state what they will do. And in some cases, as a presenter, you have just your own script that gives you points, that gives you all the texts you need, just to have a good conversation. Of course, know the intro, the outro. So as I said before, at the end of this uh, model, we're going to just look at simple scripts, all right, for the basis of this uh, course, okay, for the essence of this course. So proper formatting helps the cast and crew understand the intended vision of the story and facilitates smooth production. So basically, this is the essence of scripting, so that everybody understands what the story is all about, the program is all about, and how the production should run. It allows the director, the cameraman to know when to come in, if it's for TV, to know when to put in a particular video, to put it off, it's the time to put voiceover and all of that. If it is radio, same thing happens. The time to put insert, there's something they call insert, some natural sounds that we're taking outside, like vox pop and all of that, the time to put it there. Scripting allows you to know all of these things. It allows each person in the production team to understand their functions towards that program. So you can see it's quite interesting. In addition to this core element, which we have mentioned, like formatting and some other things like that, like dialogue writing, character creation, plot structuring, all right, in addition to all these core elements. Ah, what's up, Piley? So in addition to these core elements mentioned earlier, script writers must also consider the technical aspect of radio TV production. For radio scripts, the focus is primarily on storytelling, all right, relying on sound effect, music, voice acting to create a vivid experience for the listener. Voice acting, on the other hand, TV scripts need to, all right, I'm leaving that paragraph. So basically, script writing for radio TV requires creativity, a strong understanding of what you want to do, and be ready to captivate your audience through the text and all of that. As for some people, it's just for them to be guided. And basically, script writing in radio TV, most of it is to guide the production team, especially the presenter. All right. So it's a collaborative process that involves working closely with directors, producers, and actors to bring the script to life. By mastering the art of scripting, writers have the power to entertain, inform, and inspire their audience through the magic of radio TV. So let's move to interviewing skills. Now, when it comes to interviewing, it is quite important for broadcasters. It is important for anybody interested in public speaking as well, but most importantly for broadcasters. All right. It allows you to deliver informative and engaging content. It allows you to create very good conversation. A well-conducted interview can captivate viewers or listeners. So these are the things you need to do to interview properly and professionally. Preparation, clear objectives, active listening. You must establish rapport, flexibility and spontaneity, avoid yes and no questions, time management, be respectful and be professional, engage the audience, continuous improvement, and all of these things would help you get better and make you a good interviewer. So this is how to go about it. Preparation. So through preparation, thorough preparation is crucial. Before conducting an interview, you need to research the background of the guest you want to interview. his expertise, his recent work. Familiarize yourself with their viewpoint, achievement, controversies. Get all the information you need to get about him. You never can tell where you will need to talk about a certain information you know about him. And that might just be what will boost your career. So this knowledge will allow you to ask insightful questions and establish a meaningful conversation. Another one is clear objectives. Determine the purpose of the interview. What are you trying to achieve? Is it to inform, to entertain? Is it to challenge? Is it to give clarity on some matters? Is it to make the society ask questions? So you need to maintain that focus while you are interviewing. That would also help you to be guided. Another one is clear objectives, which I've just mentioned. Another one is active listening. All right. You must be an active listener. Pay close attention to your responses. I mean, to the guests' responses, because the answers will decide the next question. Whatever answers you get from your guest will determine what the follow up questions will be. So be careful. Don't interrupt too much unnecessarily or impose your opinions. You don't have the right to impose your opinions anyway. You are the presenter, you are the moderator. All right. What you just need to do is to demonstrate genuine interest and curiosity. This will allow you to get more information from him. Okay. It will encourage him to open up to you and provide more detailed responses. Another one is build a connection, establish rapport. Okay. Build a connection with your guest. It's very essential so that he or she can have a comfortable view of that place and be comfortable discussing with you. And that can make it engaging. Begin with a warm greeting, introduce yourself, establish a friendly tone, make eye contact, use body language that conveys interest and attentiveness. This rapport will help your guests feel at ease and contribute more freely. You need to be flexible and spontaneous. All right. As much as it is good to prepare your questions in advance, you need to be flexible enough to adapt to the flow of that conversation. Sometimes unexpected or intriguing topics arise during an interview. Embrace those opportunities and be prepared to ask impromptu questions. That can make your program interesting. All right. Avoid yes and no questions. There's a way you can craft your questions such that it will not end with yes and no, because yes and no will not give the guest the opportunity to explain further. Open-ended questions typically begin with what, why, how, or tell me about. All right, you can see that they can answer yes and no to that. So these prompts allow guests to elaborate and provide deeper insight. Okay, time management. Keep the interview on track by managing time effectively. Be mindful of the clock, allocate sufficient time for each segment or topic. This is very important. And you can politely guide the conversation back on course in case the guest is vying away from the focus. Be respectful and professional. Maintain a respectful and professional approach throughout the interview. Treat your guests with courtesy, even if you disagree with their opinions. Avoid personal attacks and even avoid personal attacks from callers. Do not allow callers to insult your guest. Avoid confrontations, okay, that can undermine integrity of the interview, yourself, even your organization. Remember, your role is to facilitate a conversation, not to debate or argue. Engage your audience. Consider the need and interest of your audience. You must also think, you must have the mind of your audience such that you'll be able to ask questions they have in their minds, as long as it is in line with what you're talking about on the show. Continuous improvement. Reflect on your interviewing skills after each interview. All right, you can get feedback from professionals, from colleagues, from mentors. You watch, listen to your interviews critically and notice the strengths and weaknesses. Okay, embrace a mindset of continuous learning and refinement to become an exceptional broadcaster. So all of this together will help you better. That's the end of week 2, talking about script writing for radio and TV as well as interviewing skills.